Hey everyone! Oh my God! Happy Monday! Happy Monday! I'm always drinking out of giant mugs. I don't own small mugs, period. Like I just don't. They're like the size of my head. And I love them. Whenever I'm at my brother and one of my brother's homes, I go for like the giant mug that you could basically, it's like, would mirror like a cereal bowl. And he's like, you and these big mugs. He's like, what is it with girls and big mugs? And I'm like, we love them. But did you notice, so a little teaching thing here. Hi, Stacy, girl. Oh my God, I love you. So when this time last year, oh my God, right? It's like a female thing. This time last year, I was running a retreat. This is so crazy. I was running a retreat in Argentina, the Sacred Feminine Retreat with one of my besties, Brita Aragon. And we were talking about this. So every time I travel, and I have a few international retreats coming up in 2021 too. We're going to be going to the Caves of Mary Magdalene and in the south of France, and also doing one in Italy and some other places. So 2021, so a ways away. So you can just kind of put it out there. It might be something you want to do. And then there'll be some US-based retreats as well. But one of the things whenever I travel, and right after that, we ended up I stayed in Argentina about 3 weeks in Buenos Aires, and it was amazing. And I'll explain to you about the mugs and the whole thing that I'm going to share. And then right after that, I took my mom to Portugal. It was a pretty epic experience. I'm so grateful for that. And with her, I did the same thing. So when I travel, if anybody wants to pick this up, I buy bowls as my memento. So some people will buy, hi Heather, girl from the UK. Oh my God, I've got two favorite ladies here. I like to buy bowls as like mementos, like beautiful bowls that are hand painted or, obviously that or dishwasher safe, like I'll have them, but they just remind me and they're things that I use. And one of the things that I love is when we were in Argentina, Brie is like my soul sister, and no matter where we are and what's going on, and if we haven't spoken, we're like living similar lives at like the same time. And we were both really into like our golden milk lattes, and every night it was like kind of something that we would sit and drink. So then we got to Argentina and she's like, every night I like to have a gold. I'm like, oh my God, me too. Anyway, so the whole thing is, as women, we actually love to hold things with two hands. It's actually a masculine trait to have one hand and to use a mug. So women love to put their hands around the entire, like almost like a bowl, and we sit. So when I do run retreats and we're doing sacred work and we're doing it in like a sister circle or like the triangle, the feminine, it's everything is, when you're drinking, you're placing both hands around. It's symbolic. There's a lot more history to it, and it goes back to the goddesses and ancient times and all the things. But in general, if you ever notice that, women love to put both hands and kind of cup a mug naturally, that's why. And that's why we do love larger mugs. And this is why men often will go for a smaller, like a normal size mug, not one the size of their head, and we'll use the handle. Just in case you guys wanted a little info like this on a Monday morning. So I'm going to be mixing up what we're doing. Last week, we did a grounding meditation on Wednesday. On Friday, we did a protection and a manifestation meditation. They all live in here, so you can get them. We will be emailing them out too. I've been doing some inspirational reading and then doing like a card pulling. And then I've just been doing some other things. Like what was I shared with you guys my immunity boosting. And then what I'm doing, like not wearing makeup and, just letting my hair do its thing. And I'm like, it's all going to be better for it. I'm like, let's just be as, I don't wear a lot of makeup anyway, but it's still just nice. I'm like, right now, I just don't do a thing to myself. So we are going to be pulling what we did. I also brought a few things today. I also shared with you guys about some essential oils. So last week we did protection, and this is with Sunzai. Today we're gonna do, I don't know, I just pulled attraction. I have a bunch of them. So we're gonna put some attraction on, and what is in, this has cinnamon bark, and this is Sunzai, so it's more of a mystic blend. Like I said, it's not Young Living. This is not doTERRA. You're not going to ingest any of these. Not that you can with all of those oils, but they're not, these Sunzai are more mystic blends. They're not, they're more meant for energy work than they are for medicinal purposes, state of being, like all of that. So did I bring this one? Wait, let's see. Attraction has cinnamon bark to draw good spirits, love, luck, and money. So that's what we're doing here today. So we're just gonna put a little bit on my wrists and whatever essential oils. So as I'm always doing these, I always say, and then I like to put it behind my ears. And then I'll just put a few, 1, 2, 3 on my palms. And it's just casting for all of us here today, attracting in a love, a luck, and abundance in all areas, right? So we're just gonna clear our auric field and apply those. And this is for all of us, right? Do unto one, do unto all. A few things that I wanted to share with you guys. I had mentioned about clearing, and a few messages that I got were like, what do you use to clear? What do you use? And I'm like, I will just say a prayer. I will call on Archangel Michael. I also have Palo Santo. Palo Santo literally looks like wood. It's like driftwood. I have these I had gotten for clients at my retreat, and they were like branded with the words blessed and love. So each person got these to be able to clear and take home, along with some, rose quartz crystal and a little oil blend. But yeah, so Palo Santo, and you could just take it, do it around your head, all around the front of you, around the bottoms of your feet, around the back of you. You can take it throughout your home. Sage is scientifically proven as well if you're more into science-based, and you need that, and it's kind of like a little too woo. It's like clearing energy, what? I actually believe now more than ever is the best time to be clearing, because especially social media and everything else. I just did a IG Live last night on IGTV about the importance of clearing energy, and that I was working with one of my team members and one of my clients last week in particular, who was really feeling the ramification. She's like, I don't even feel like this is mine. Like, I just feel so down. I'm feeling so much anxiety, but like, I consciously feel fine. So I'm not really understanding. And I was like, it's all coming from your office. And we really worked to like clear that and get her in a good state. Right. And so another thing that I want to say to you guys, I think you're noticing that there's a calming to everything right now. Like there's a little bit, it's kind of like there was a lot of chaos the last 2 weeks. Now it's kind of like, okay, people are settling into a routine. Like, I know at least in the US, we were given, this will be revisited in April 30th, so we have another 4 weeks. So I think people are like, all right, well, this is what it is. I think it's a little bit more challenging when you don't know, and it's kind of day to day, and it's like, are we? But now it's like, okay, people are relaxing into like, well, this is what it is, right? And I was also encouraging and really want to point out too, guys, if things are being illuminated for you, if you're noticing like food patterns, eating patterns that are being illuminated, if you're noticing that you're down on yourself a lot more, your anxiety is even heightened, that there are things in your relationship that really are needing shifting, that there are things within yourself, that your money stuff, it's very clear that you haven't been on top of your bills and it's really illuminated right now. All of this stuff is not to show up to make your life a living hell or like, oh my God, all the things. It's being illuminated and it's feedback. It's just feedback. It's like, okay, it's time to do something about it. like it was a problem and I was ignoring it, and now it's being illuminated because it's time for me to look at it because there's something for me to do about it. Do you guys get that? Like it's just feedback. You get to be a loving observer of what's going on, and now you get to shift it. And you're going to see there's a lot of people where their relationships, where they haven't been looking at them or wanting to deal with, or right, like it's illuminated. Money stuff's being illuminated. foodstuffs being illuminated, all the I'm too busy hiding behind work, hiding behind busyness, hiding behind numbing out in any way. You really have nowhere to hide right now. So it's not you, I just mean in general, people. So you're gonna see people are gonna have a hard time with that, and the people that have opened up to that developmental work within themselves and have been in that process of peeling back the layers, they're like, oh, you're seeing that they're really grateful for this time, because they're like, great, let's dive me in. Like, I'm ready to go there. And then you're gonna see the other people that are kind of, this is all new, and they're like, oh, they're gonna do everything they can to avoid it. And it's going to be challenging at first. And it's also coming up so they can clear it. All of us are being called to clear, to go higher. All of us are being called to clear, because whatever has been there that we've been using to numb out and to run away from and to not look at is actually blocking us. They're energy leaks. It's blocking us from where we can go. It's blocking us from our highest calling to our highest selves. Our highest selves is our happiest, most joyous, most love-filled, most abundant-filled, most prosperous, it's joy-filled life. And so, of course, we want to clear that stuff, guys. So we want to invite it in. It's like, all right, it might be painful to look at it first. You might find like, wow, okay, I'm really did not set myself up for the most success here, right? And that's okay. That's okay. You're okay. It's all okay. You just get to be a loving observer, and it's feedback. You take it in and you go, okay, now what? Okay, good. Let's clear this, because I don't want to be here again. So time to go. What better way than now, when it's like hunker down? I'm like, guys, this is like the time, the women that have joined my program, Love Your Body, Lose the Weight. I'm like, yeah, at the end of this, you're going to be 2-3 months ahead of everybody else. You're going to come out and they're going to be like, what the hell have you been doing? Like, why do you look so good? Why do you seem so happy? Why are you, what just happened? And you're going to be like, yeah, like I'm light years. I just like leaped. I quantum leaped myself by the past 3 months by stepping into this space, right? By being a yes to this program, by being a yes to myself, by making myself a priority. So that is epic. And that's what we want to do. We want to go, okay, I'm given this time. How can I, where do I want to go? But running isn't an option. Hiding behind busyness, you can only watch so much Netflix. You know what I mean? How long can you sit on Facebook before you're like, oh my God, I'm scrolling? And it's really important, guys, also too, that you recognize what's going on in your feed. Are you paying attention to a lot of negativity and noise? Are you getting caught in comparison? Are you beating yourself up? Or are you in a space of positivity? Because if being on Facebook and being on Instagram and other things are not serving you, then don't go there, and go to things that will. Your body is always guiding you. I keep teaching that. Are you guys with me? Who's resonating with what I'm saying? Lisa, what's up, honey bunny? So today, I wanted to bring to light this book. Kind of popped out from my shelf. I don't know if you guys knew this. I was supposed to move. I was supposed to move in 5 days. So half my home is in boxes, and I'm just going through books, and I'm like, oh, I want to pull some things for this morning. And this book popped out, and I love it, and I share it in my groups, and I think it's actually a great book to share with you guys today. It's called Love is Letting Go of Fear. Epic book. Simple, short, quick read. Epic, epic, epic. It's just a phenomenal book. I mean, I have it as our recommended reading in all of my programs. It's epic. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's by Gerald Jampolsky. Gerald. I think that's how he says it. Gerald. Yeah. Like Harold too. And it's just a great book. It's so simple. It will help with right here. I mean, it just says it's a melody for the heart. Its principles have helped millions find a sense of inner peace, joy, and happiness beyond what they had ever experienced before or thought possible. And it's just such a great book. And like I said, it is such a quick read. He does these little illustrations because the story behind it, him writing this book, which you'll hear about or read about. And each chapter just has something. So I just opened up the back. It says, I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. Right? Teach only love, for that is what you are. And that's how the book ends. And like, yeah, it's just great. Like, I'm even seeing something I lined in here. Like I underlined in here in one of the last chapters, we are never presented with lessons until we are ready to learn them. And I believe that. And so whatever's coming up for you right now, it's time for it to clear. Like whatever's coming up for you right now, it's ready to go, or else it wouldn't even be present to you. You know, I have people that say to me, they're like, I don't know, you say something, and then for the first time, it's like I'm hearing it, and I was like, that's because you're ready to hear it. You know, like, don't beat yourself up. Like, you weren't ready before. You're ready now. And that's what matters most. I want to experience peace of mind right now. I happily let go of all attack thoughts and choose peace instead. So it goes into a bunch of different things. Again, if you guys have an opportunity, Amazon, it's great. Love is letting go of fear. Love it. Okay, we're going to do some card pulling. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and this was my thought for today. It actually is not mine. I'm stealing it. I stole it. It's from Steven Pressfield. Steven Pressfield is an amazing author, especially if you're an entrepreneur or creative. But his books are fantastic anyway. It's not called The Artist's Way. That's a great, although amazing book. I read a lot. Hold on. Steven Pressfield. I cannot believe I'm blanking on this because I love his work. I'm going to go into the quote first. Basically what he said was this, and the reason I'm sharing it with you is because it's been something on my mind through this weekend. And when there's something that still sticks with me, I know that it's a point of something that I'm meant to teach. And I just shared it with one of my close friends yesterday because she was really resisting doing work around her, around something. So she's a business coach and she was asking for some guidance. And I said, you know, you really need to clear this around certain clients because you're not going to be able to be the coach that you want to be unless you clear your frustrations and how they are showing up, because how they're showing up is a reflection somewhere in how you're showing up. And that is just something in the coaching world that I do subscribe to as a healer and a guide. And anybody that comes to me, I know that there is something in me that I need to heal in order to support them even further, which is why they've come into my life, right? We're all mirrors and we're all always attracting in different parts of ourselves, and we attract in what we feel within ourselves, right? And we also attract in, so it's a whole, I won't go into all of that. My point with this is Steven Pressfield said something that was so beautiful, and he said it in an interview with Oprah, and in her book, another great audiobook called The Path Made Clear. And it's a compilation of her favorite interviews. I posted it in here yesterday. And their words of wisdom. So it's really cool. And he said, they were basically talking about, you know, fears and not stepping into things. And he just said, our soul will resist, like our ego will resist, right? So if there's certain things that you know are looming, projects, right? Like I said this to my friend, like I've told her to do this forgiveness work probably 10 times. And she is a badass business coach, and she will do everything else. She will do all the action steps. How many of you can relate to this dieting? It's like, no, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. But when you have to go in to do the inner work, it's like, that's the very last thing you will do, right? Like you're like, no, I'll prep the food and I'll work out. Oh, I have no problems working out, and I will follow this and I will follow that. But actually doing the inner work is the thing that you will keep putting off week after week. Do you want to know why? And I love this. Steven Pressfield says it's because it's what your soul knows will transcend it farthest. It's what your ego knows it's what your ego, the egoic mind, knows will transcend your soul the fastest to where you want to go as quickly, right? Like it's what will grow you beyond anything else. It will transport you. It will quantum leap you to where you want to go. and your ego knows it. So there are 50 million walls of resistance. And I see it all the time. I see it all the time with people that won't join my program and then they join a year later, and it's like they need another year of pain and another year of dieting and another year of making themselves wrong and beating themselves up and finding fault within themselves before they will actually allow themselves to, and it's truly because they're afraid of their own greatness. They're afraid of what's on the other side. It feels uncomfortable to them. It threatens their current identity. Do you guys get that? Your soul, right? Your ego knows when you're about to really massively shift on an internal level. It knows. It knows. And your ego will create 50 million walls of resistance. And it's not because your ego doesn't like you. So let's just get away from that whole notion of like the ego is the devil. The ego is not the devil. The ego is set up from the mind. The mind is set up for your survival, right? The mind's set up for your survival. So the mind's going to protect your current identity. Your mind is going to protect who you currently are. It doesn't know this other being that your soul is inside of you going, hey, we're meant for more than this. Hey, there's a dream inside you. Hey, there's a happiness that you feel sometimes. We'd really like to feel that all the time. Hey, there's a health. Like, what felt really good when we went to bed and we felt kind of hungry and like we didn't stuff ourselves and we liked waking up and feeling light and we liked that workout that we did. Like, I was really proud of us when we did that one time last week. Why didn't we do more of that? Like, your soul is guiding you all the time. But when your mind's operating from your current identity and from the constant place that it is right now, that it knows, it is going to stay there and it is going to keep you stuck. So I want to remind you of this. What you resist most is what is going to transcend you the fastest. It is what will transform you. It is what will propel you to your dreams, to your goals, to where you want to go. When you're sitting there at night and you're like, you know what, I should really turn the TV off and go to bed. I should really do that journaling exercise. I should really wake up and do that workout again, even though I really don't want to, and do it. You want to get to where you want to go and you want to get there fast? Just do the things that your soul is calling you to that feel uncomfortable to you in that moment. And the more that you step into them, the more you'll strengthen that muscle and you'll do them. Does that make sense? Who's with me? Like, give me like a hell yeah. Like, I want to know, like, are we on the same page? What is currently happening in your world that you're not a yes to, that keeps coming up on repeat, that you're like, if I just said yes to this, where would I bet? If I just did this, right? If I just kept listening to that call, start small. You just need to do one step at a time. Maybe it's food prepping one day a week and maybe it's just literally doing committing to a 10-minute workout a day, right? 5 days a week, 3 days a week, and then you add on some time. Maybe it is going to bed 15 minutes earlier and then 15 minutes earlier. Maybe it is picking up that book instead of turning on Netflix again. Maybe it's having that conversation that's really uncomfortable. What is that for you? I want to hear in the comments below. All right. So, it's been a longer. I'm going to read today. You know what? No. We're going to do this one on Wednesday. I'm going to do this one. This is a great book by Tasha Silver called Change Me Prayers. They're really, really beautiful. And we'll see what she has for us. But today, I had a vision for this one, so I'm going to go with it. This is one of my very first mentors, Marianne Williamson, Daily Devotions and Reflections, and it's called A Year of Miracles. So we are at, what time is it? It's 9:30, so I'm going to let everybody know that the meditation and inspiration is coming at the end. The first was just a little talk, just a little talk. Let me know if you like the talks or if we just want to dive into meditation and inspiration. I can always stop talking. Judith Copeland, it is beautiful to see you here. All right, let's see what we've got. What is our message for today? So good. So good. My true self is a magnet for good. Every time I do this, it like opens up perfectly to what I just said. And I have no idea. It's how the universe works. My ego tells me I can make right my life, but only if I work hard enough. I grasp, I scramble, yet ultimately I meet failure and loss. The spirit within me is my salvation. Like a magnet that draws all things into divine right order, God alone is the light with which I can see, the insight that gives me clarity, and the energy that lifts me above my fear. God is the power through which I rise. Today's prayer. I let go my efforts at trying to fix my world. Rather, I seek peace in God. And if God doesn't speak to you, rather I seek peace within, source power, right? Rather, I seek peace in God. My outer kingdom will fall into place once my inner one is filled with light. May I be filled with you, dear God, and may I only be filled with you. Amen. So beautiful. Doesn't that just feel better? Okay. So we'll be working off of a few books this week. Like I said, today's recommended reading is Love is Letting Go of Fear by Gerald Jampolsky. I had used Attraction Essential Oil by Mind's Eye Metaphysical Blend for attracting in bark with cinnamon bark to draw good spirits, love, luck, and money. We're clearing with Palo Santo or sage. And today we were working off of the Divine Feminine Oracle cards I was reading at the end. Today we will do Healing with Angels. This one was by Doreen Virtue. So I'll pull from her at the end. And we'll do that. Before we do, we will go into our meditation. So closing your eyes, feet flat on the floor, palms up, in a receptive mode, being a clear channel for what the divine, what your higher self has for you today. Eyes closed, palms up, nothing on the head. Clear channel, grounding in, feeling your feet flat on the floor. Feeling your sit bone. Feeling your sit bone attached to your spine, going all the way up the back of your spine. Going up through your neck as it supports your head. And up to the crown chakra, top of the head. And you're going to see in this moment, I'd like you to take a deep breath in with me, in through the nose. Inhaling deep, deep in. Go deeper. Breathe as much air as you can into your lungs, into your belly. Suspend the breath, allowing the subconscious mind to take hold as the conscious mind takes a back seat, relaxing the nervous system, relaxing the shoulders down from the ears, releasing the jaw, softening the face, and exhale out through the mouth. Take another deep inhale in through the nose, filling up your body with white, calming, healing light. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Until you can't take in any more air, then suspend the breath, calming the body, relaxing, letting go. Feeling the calm go through the body as we suspend the breath. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to be but here right now with me. Relaxing and releasing and letting go. Eyes closed for a deep connection, and exhale out through the mouth. Deflating your entire belly, let go of all of the air. Really understanding that as we release the air, we are releasing any and all stale air, any and all low vibrations, fear, lack, scarcity, releasing. Take another deep inhale in. Filling up the body, lungs, chest. Beautiful. Beautiful. Suspending the breath again. Enjoying the quiet, still space in the mind. feeling your body like it's a balloon waiting in the wind. There's nowhere to go but be here right now. Listening to the sound of my voice, calming, relaxing, and letting go. Notice where your shoulders are. Notice your face and your jaw. Soften again and exhale out all worries, doubts, fears. Take another deep inhale. Bring in as much white light, healing light, calming light into the body. Filling up, filling up, filling up. This life force fills the body, fills your cells, fills your mind, calms the body, relaxing and releasing, letting go of all anxiety, worry, doubts, fears. Bringing in and attracting in all that you desire that is good in your life. Joy and peace within, filling up, filling up, filling up. Suspend the breath. Sitting here in the still quiet of the mind. And any thoughts that come in, we just pop them. Pop them with a pin and let them go. There's nowhere for you to be but here right now with me. And exhale out. Continuing to breathe deep, recognizing that breath is the life force. Breath is all you need. There is no lack of peace within the body. Right here, right now, calm, relaxed, trusting and knowing that all of your desires are on their way to you. They have already manifested and are there waiting for you. There is nothing blocking them, nothing you need to do, nothing more that you need to be, no strive or struggle need to be had. All you need to do is breathe, surrender, and be in the flow. Recognize that you have done all that is needed to be done. Now is your time. You are worthy and deserving right now. There is nothing more for you to do. Now is your time. It is done, it is done, it is done, it is done. Your desires are something greater. Your desires are something greater. And it is done. You are worthy and deserving now because you are a child of the Most High. You are worthy and deserving now because you are you. And all you ever needed to know or be was you. All you needed ever to do was accept you and love you. And that is the invitation here right now. There is nothing more for you to do. It is done, it is done, it is done. All of your desires are on their way to you. There is nothing more for you to do. You are perfect exactly as you are and always have been. Your sole goal in this moment is to trust in that, to know it, and to seize it, and to make it your own. Letting go of any and all barriers to the love that is you, letting go of any and all barriers blocking you from your divine birthright, which is the abundance and prosperity of all that you desire to have, to be in this lifetime. That is yours. That is here for you. It is done, it is done, it is done. There's nothing more for you to do. Nothing more for you to strive or struggle for. There never was. Your sole goal is to come back to being whole. Your sole goal is to come back to being whole. And it is done, it is done, it is done. Your desires are something greater. And at this moment, as you sit, feet flat on the floor, feeling grounded into the earth beneath you, recognizing that you are fully supported by the universe, by the heavens above. There's nothing more for you to do but trust and have faith. Be in this body, for it is your temple. Be in this body, for it is a gift that has always been guiding you to your highest good and your highest joy. Your sole goal is to trust it and connect to it. Connecting to this body, connecting to the divine consciousness within. Breathing in, continue to notice your breath. Has it gotten shallow with my words? Have your shoulders risen up? Is there a clenching in your face and in your jaw? My invitation to you now is to relax it all. Inhale in. Suspend the breath to calm and relax and get back to the still quiet of the mind. And relaxing out. At this moment, seeing a golden light at the base of your spine, filling up left to right, grounding you into the earth. And this gorgeous, beautiful golden light, so healing and so warm, filled with love, goes up the base of your spine, tracing up the back, all the way up the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, calming you and relaxing you, reminding you of the beauty that is you, the unique nature that is you. Coming back, beautiful, up the spine, and now up the neck. And you feel it tracing up the neck and now the back of your head, this beautiful golden, warm light of love filling up your head. It's like gold paint is now coming over you, dripping from the heavens and also coming from the base of the spine. And now it's covering the front of your face, relaxing you and releasing you, reminding you of the beauty that is you. There is nothing for you to do, nothing for you to strive and struggle for. You're connected to the Most High. You're being reminded of the talents, reminded of the dreams, reminded of your desires, being given visions in this very moment. Your heart knows what is meant for you. There is nothing outside of you, everything is in you. The mind cannot solve or bring you to where you want to go, but your heart can, your body can. And in this moment, you are connecting in on the deepest level, reminded of the true essence that is you. As this gold light, this beautiful, warm, healing light comes down the front of your face, down over your chin, your lips, your chest, down over your sacral chakra, your belly, your womb space, covering your thighs, and now over your knees and your shins, the tips of your toes and the bottoms of your feet, grounding you in, your entire body bathed in this warm, healing, delicious light. That is the essence of your being, for you are now whole. You are now connected and reminded of your true nature. There is nothing outside of you. Everything is in you. Nothing is outside of you, and everything is in you. And so it is, and it is done, and it is done, and it is done. And when you are ready, breathing in, wrapping your arms around your body, embracing yourself in a beautiful hug, and saying to yourself, I love you. I really love you. There is nothing more for you to do, nothing more for you to be. Everything is within me. Mima, namaste. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. So delicious. All right. So now we are going to, like I said, we're going to use, I hope that was wonderful for everybody and as delicious as it felt for me. And like I said, the meditation and reading for today started at the 30-minute mark in. Before that, we did some teaching, and right now we are going to do our card pooling before we close out. And let's see what other guidance we have today. So far we've done the inspirational reading. Everybody had a prayer. We've done our meditation. Shared with you my essential oil for today. How I clear. I shared with you recommended reading, the book for this week. And then I also just did a little guidance and teaching for this week, right? And sharing with you one of the inspiring words that I really felt from Stephen Pressfield this week that I knew was meant to share with you about what we resist most and what we're being called to at this time. All right. So there are two cards that came forward today. We have Focus, interesting for a Monday, and Serenity. Oh, that one's really beautiful. Okay. So let me just read both of these. I'm like, where are we? All right, guys. You know, this book doesn't have, my Divine Feminine has like a whole table of contents. This one just seems to kind of go in random here. Let's see. Yeah. Here we go. So we'll do Serenity first because it's the first one I found. The card meaning, you are moving into a time of greater inner peace and tranquility. Beautiful. Peace of mind means feeling secure and knowing that you're always provided for. Even if your logical mind cannot fathom how a challenge can be resolved, peace of mind means that you trust that God will create a miraculous solution. This sort of faith is always warranted because faith is a key component in experiencing such miracles. By drawing this card, the angels reassure you that peace of mind is within you. You can feel serene even in the midst of greatest turmoil. It's a mistake to think that you have to wait until your life is problem-free before you can be happy and peaceful. The opposite is actually true. First, you work towards serenity, and then your life challenges lessen, and disappear. Serenity is your natural state of mind, and the angels are now working with you to actualize this. So isn't this, I just love how this all works, because when we did the morning prayer and inspiration, the message was so synonymous with inner peace, and it was calling on that within yourself. So let's look at Focus now, because what a beautiful thing for this week. Okay. Focus card meaning, think about what you want, not what you don't want. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. Sometimes it seems that our thoughts choose us, but this is never the case. We always choose our thoughts every moment. Our thoughts always have an effect, and there are no neutral thoughts. 1/2 second before you hold a thought, you decide to hold it. So with practice, you can learn to monitor and alter your thoughts. This is the equivalent of putting your hands on the steering wheel of your life. You may believe that your concentration abilities are impaired, yet the infallible mind of God is within your own mind. You can experience remarkable feats of concentration by affirming, I am now able to focus my mind at will. I will hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as my gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. Right? So beautiful. I think those cards are perfect for today. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this as much as I am enjoying my time with you. I will see you all on Wednesday at 9 a.m. for another morning of meditation and inspiration. Please share this out with your friends. Anybody else that you know that can use this at this time. We will be doing it here in this group. Then you will see it shared out in other ways. But if you want to be with me live, ask questions, share your thoughts in a private and sacred space, please share it here. And the more women that we can support at this time, the better. The more people in general. This group is just for women, but by all means, feel free to share this with whoever you know that it can support. That is my intention in doing this, and I will keep it up until I feel that it's no longer needed. All right, guys, sending you so much love. Here's to an epic week ahead. Much love, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.